Good evening, and welcome to tonight's performance of Cyrano de Bergerac at the Erlanger Theater, Buffalo, New York's premier destination for live entertainment since 1907. Be sure to visit us later this week for George and Charlotte Hayes' triumphant return to the stage and Noel Coward's classic comedy, Private Lives. The Hayes and the rest of the cast of tonight's performance would like to thank the stage and tech crews. Without them, none of this would be possible. They would also like to thank Mr. Benjamin McGinnis, Mr. Matt Lovenstein, and Mr. Austin Seipel for building sets and giving them lights and sound. They would also like to thank the maintenance staff for helping them get the facilities ready for the show. And of course, they would like to thank Dr. David Helsel, Mr. Scott Spolsky, and Mr. Kevin Berger for giving us this opportunity to be here tonight. Most importantly, they would like to thank the parent volunteers who are here tonight, selling tickets and concessions. This performance would not have been possible without their time and dedication to our program. There will be a 10-minute intermission at the end of Act 1. This is approximately the halfway point of the show. Be sure to visit our concession stand in the lobby. All proceeds will be donated to Jaden Livey and Cody Berger. So please, take this moment to silence your phones. Please refrain from any video or flash photography. There is an emergency exit on each aisle at the rear of the theater and one at the front. And most importantly, sit back, have fun, and enjoy this performance of Private Lives. Cyrano de Bergerac.
Retreat! 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 For God's sake, retreat! Retreat!
No! Never! Not in this life!
You fool! We shall all die as 10-1 against us!
Be damned your numbers and damn you! I am Cyrano de Bergerac!
Yay!
Cut! 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 For the 100th time, I want the cheer louder. The audience won't hear you. Let's try this again. I am Cyrano de Bergerac!
Yay!
I don't even know why we bother rehearsing. Louder!
Yay!
That's better! Alright, let's try this again.
You fool! We shall all die as 10-1 against us!
Be damned your numbers and damn you! I am Cyrano de Bergerac!
Yay! Popinjay!
Halt! Who goes there?
It's a coach. What? In the camp?
Look, 'tis Roxanne.
Yay!
She brings supplies.
Bread!
And wine.
And chicken! Cyrano, that was the conflict you just insulted. Stop trying to be the three musketeers in one.
What would you have me do, huh? Seek for the patronage of some great man, and like a creeping vine on a tall tree, crawl upward where I cannot stand alone. No, thank you!
Oh my God, I see more talent at a dog show!
Dedicate as others do. Come up to pawnbrokers, be a buffoon in the vile hope of teasing out a smile at some cold face.
Eat a toad for breakfast every morning. Wear out my belly groveling in the dust. No, I thank you, and again I thank you, no, but to sing, to laugh, to dream, to walk in my own way and be alone. Free, with an eye to see things as they are.
Grandma.
To travel any road under the sun.
Grandma.
No doubt if fame or fortune. Grandma! Oh, Rosalind, dearest, what a dear.
Grandma, can I get you your hearing aid?
Oh, no thank you, dear. I'm not in the mood for a glass of lemonade. Oh, I miss you terribly. It isn't the same here without you.
I miss you too, Grandma. Hey, how's the tour going? Do you like it here in Buffalo?
No, I don't. It stinks. If it wasn't named for an animal, oh, it'd have nothing going for it. I don't mind so much myself, really, but it's quite a come down for your mother. She played Broadway, you know, in the 40s. Then your father dragged her down to his level.
Grandma!
The levels of tired old plays, B-movies. You should have heard him doing Cyrano just now in the dress rehearsal. The man is a walking ham. They should stick cloves in him and serve him with pineapple.
Grandma, listen. I have a surprise. I'm getting married.
Oh, how wonderful! I always said that you and Paul were made for each other.
It isn't Paul.
The boy has spoke.
Grandma, it isn't Paul. Paul and I broke up.
It isn't Paul.
No.
Well, that's a mistake.
Oh, here we go.
You two look ravishing on the stage together. You could do all the great couples.
Grandma, I'm not an actress anymore. I'm in advertising.
Yes, I know. And it's revolting.
Don't you remember the talk we had at Christmas?
No.
Grandma, this is your life, and mother's and dad's, and that's fine. I'm very, very proud of you, but I grew up with it, and I want something different, something that doesn't drive me crazy all the time. Does that make sense?
Rosalind, dearest, can I tell you something?
Sure.
I haven't heard a single word you said.
Can I please get you your hearing aid?
All right, fine. One glass. Now listen to me, young lady. The theater may be dying. The glamorous invalid may be crawling through the desert with but a single lung in its feeble chest. But it is still breathing, and it's all we've got. It's our lifeline to humanity. Without it, we'd all be communists. Oh, I'm very tired now, dear. I'm going to go lie down. It's wonderful having you back.
Grandma, I love you. Come in. Come in. Would you come in, please? The door's open.
Sweetheart,
Howard, honey, come on in.
are your parents here?
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
Howard.
Well, I'm sorry. You know how I feel about this. Meeting the in-laws, it makes me nervous.
You have nothing to be worried about.
I'd feel right if they weren't such big stars. The glamorous life.
Howard, does this look glamorous to you?
Well, yeah, it does.
Howard, this is Buffalo, New York. It's like Scranton without the charm.
I was born here, actually.
Oh,
And I like Scranton, too.
the point is, it's not Broadway. And they're doing rep.
Right. What's rep again?
More than one play in repertory. They alternate. Right now they're doing Private Lives by Noel Coward and Cyrano de Bergerac. Only they've cut down Cyrano for a small company. They do it with 5 actors.
Aha! So it's sort of the one nostril version.
It's kind of sweet that you're nervous about meeting them.
Nervous? Look at me! I'm a wreck! Do they know that I'm in show business too?
Howard, you're not exactly in show business. I mean, they wouldn't think of it as show business.
Oh, well, I am on television.
You're a weatherman.
Right. I mean, that's sort of acting. You know, like your parents.
Howard, they do Shakespeare and Chekhov. You do precipitation.
Yeah, I know.
Howard, listen. It's a wonderful job. I'm very proud of you. You can settle down, house, have children.
Oh, I love children. I want to have 6 at least.
Let's start with 1.
Okay.
Now listen, I want you to be very nice to them. Tell them how much you admire their work.
Well, I do. I mean, my God. When I was a kid, they were on the cover of Life magazine. Shakespeare on Broadway.
Look out, Barrymore's Here Come the Haze. They had it reproduced on their china.
Wow.
Then they had 2 big flops in a row and went on to Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I saw every movie they ever made.
Good.
Sergeant Yukon, Apache Woman. Oh my God, I forgot the bag.
What bag?
Well, I have a surprise for your father. When I was in New York last week, I read in the paper about an auction. They were selling off props and stuff from one of the old studios, and, well, I bought one of your father's old costumes. I thought he'd like it.
That's so sweet. Which one did you get?
General George's patent. Wait till you see it. The trouble is, I don't have anything for your mother yet. I don't suppose she'd take cash.
Howard, they will love you for who you are.
Well, what if I freeze up? I do that sometimes when I'm nervous. I can even forget my own name.
You'll be fine, I promise. All right?
All right.
Okay. I'll go see if they're in the dressing room.
Well, I'll come with you.
You stay here in case they come back.
I'd rather go with you.
Howard, stay. Nothing's gonna happen in 2 minutes.
Is that what this is? Ha-ha!
Cha!
Stand back, villain!
Stay back there, man, cut curse!
Stand thy ground, I say, or thou shalt bleed from ear to ear like vomiting stream at flood tide.
Ducky!
Witch!
Both pistols!
Out! Villain!
What is this?
I know not, but 'tis passing strange. Why? Ha! Ha! Stand back, or the lad shall die.
Howard.
If thou dost move 1 inch, the lad shall smell blood like a fountain. Don't move! Ha! Ha!
Hold up thy head, vile Scot!
I'll make a ghost of him that lets me. And away!
What are their dressing rooms? Howard?
I have to go now.
Where are you going?
I need a few minutes. I'll be back.
Howard, what's wrong?
Oh, I need to think about this. You don't just rush into a relationship. It takes some thinking.
Howard, are you crazy? Get back here!
Do you know what I like most about the author of Cyrano? He's dead, so he can't argue with me. Now look, I have a new idea for the performance tomorrow. The carriage arrives during the battle, and you step out on stage. I want you to pause, curtsy to the soldiers, and then I'm going to put a spotlight on your face to suggest that you've descended like an angel from heaven.
Oh, George, let's try it. Now.
All right?
Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Nay!
Oh, who goes there?
It's a coach.
What? In the camp?
Look, 'tis Roxanne.
Thank God. Yay.
And I float down out of the carriage like an angel from heaven.
Spotlight.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Roxanne on the king's service?
Yes, in the service of my own king. Love.
That's it! It'll make the scene!
Cyrano, my best friend, I need your help.
I am at your disposal, madam. Now and forever.
Oh, George, when you do that center stage in front of thousands of people holding their breath, I wet myself, I can't help it.
Thank you, my darling.
Kiss me now before the moment passes.
All right.
Don't mind me, I'm just the hired help.
Well, well, if it isn't the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Don't start.
Oh, she can't hear me. She hasn't heard a thing in 20 years. Have you, Quasimodo?
George, stop it.
Tell me, Ethel, have you frightened away any little children lately? Offered them a ride on your flying broomstick?
George.
I cannot believe to this day that that is your mother. Here you are, the greatest stage actress in a generation. And you were spawned by a troll.
George, cut it out.
I mean, you must have been switched at birth. Out there is Ethel's real daughter, traveling with the Ringling Brothers as the Wolf Woman of Borneo.
Thank you, Mother.
Thank you, Mother.
George, my hearing aid is in. Now grow up!
Ah! My neck! Am I getting old, Charlotte?
No, dear. Yours is falling apart.
No wonder they didn't want me for the Pimpernel movie.
Us, dear. They didn't want us.
It would have put us right back on top. George and Charlotte Hay in the new Frank Capra production, Twilight of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
There will be other movies.
Oh, we were this close, Charlotte. I can almost taste it. No wonder Hollywood is such a cesspool nowadays. I mean, really. Frank Capra directs The Twilight of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I didn't get to meet him.
Nor did I. Nor do I care to. May rotten hell.
I can see it now. Mr. Pimpernel goes to Washington.
Exactly. Ah, my neck!
Get down, George. I'll work on it.
You do realize they started filming yesterday. At this very moment, the cameras are rolling and Ronald Colman is wearing my tights.
Oh, George. Let them have their Ronald Coleman and their Greer Garson. Who gives a damn?
You're right.
I'm sure Miss Garson will do a perfectly adequate job.
All right.
That's what they want.
I agree entirely.
Stupid little hussy.
Charlotte.
I met her once. Did you know that? She was filming Pride and Prejudice, and I was next door filming Apache Woman. She was cutting the crust off of little two sandwiches while I was boiling a pig in a teepee.
Charlotte.
She was making love to Laurence Olivier while I was sacrificing a chicken with cheap chocolate chip.
Charlotte!
How's your neck?
Better? But don't stop.
George, can I ask you a question? Did you sleep with Eileen?
Charlotte, how could you say such a thing?
I've seen how you look at her.
She's a pretty girl. I'm not dead.
Not yet. I know exactly when it happened, George. We were in the middle of that terrible fight.
And whose fault was that?
It was your fault, dear. You copied the world's oldest living onto you.
I merely mentioned that a woman in her 50s should not try to play St. Joan. It's like watching Eleanor Roosevelt play Peter Pan.
I happen to admire Eleanor Roosevelt.
So do I, but I don't want to watch her fly out the window.
You're changing the subject.
Come on now, Eileen barely knows I exist.
Oh, please. When you walk into the room, she starts to glow. I could use her for a reading lamp.
You are off your rocker. It's extraordinary. It's unkind.
George, I don't mind as long as you tell me the truth. Did you sleep with her or didn't you? Yes or no?
No, right? The answer is no.
Really?
Oh, it's killing you about the
Don't
film,
be
isn't
silly.
it?
That has
Scarlet
nothing to do with
Pimpernel,
it.
Scarlet
Oh, stop
Pimpernel,
it.
Greer Garson.
Don't be an idiot.
Oh, I'm sure it's slaying you to be stuck out here in
George.
Siberia while Miss Garson
George.
swarms around the set in Hollywood
George.
like the Queen of Sheba. Oh, I'm sure you had fantastical visions, being slobbered over by legions of toadies, having your ears powdered.
All right, George, I'm sorry.
Well, it's too late now, isn't it? You've hurt my feelings.
I saw that.
Saw what?
You big
I don't
faker.
know what you're talking about.
Faker, faker, faker,
Someone, I'm warning you!
faker.
Eileen!
Good morning.
Wait, Eileen! Don't look at me like that!
Fine, I'll go talk.
No. I'll do it. You've caused enough trouble for one morning. Eileen!
Oh, hello, Paul.
What's wrong with Eileen? She walked right past me. I think she was crying.
Well, she was born in Buffalo. Maybe she suddenly realized she's still here.
Actually, she loves it here. She started in the theater. What she really wants to do is television.
Oh, please.
She could do all right on TV. She's pretty. She's wholesome.
Wholesome isn't the word. She could give milk.
Charlotte, have you talked to Roz lately?
Last Sunday, I brought up her name and she started screaming.
Oh, great.
I never understood why you two broke up.
She wanted me to leave the theater so she could lead a normal life. Could you imagine anyone in your family being normal?
What? Hello, Mother. Pumpkin, sweetie. When When did you get here? A few minutes ago.
We were just talking about you this second.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Roz.
How's showbiz?
Great, I've never been happier.
Well, good for you. I'm thrilled.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This is going well.
I thought you were in New York.
Came back to work for your parents.
How nice.
I'll go check on Eileen.
Rosalind, why don't you two just get married and get it over with?
I wish you'd stop trying to run my life. It's my life, not your life.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm only the one who gave birth to you.
Mother.
12 pounds, 14 ounces, they needed a forklift.
Mother!
Well, she's locked herself in. She's... Rosalind, my baby, what are you doing here?
Daddy!
How's my little girl? Charlotte, how is it possible that two such plain people as ourselves could produce an offspring as beautiful as this one?
She's not yours. I slept around.
Roz, will you come to your senses? You could step right back into the company.
No, thank you. That's not why I'm here. I have a surprise for everyone. But I lost it.
Paul, come in here. Look who's arrived.
Oh my God, Daddy, don't you two ever stop? Listen, I'll talk to you later. I have to go.
Roz!
She's gone.
Yes. She heard your name and fled into the forest of Arden. You do have that way with women, Paul.
Thanks.
And how's little Miss Eileen?
She wouldn't come out for me either. I wonder what happened.
She's in love with George.
Charlotte, would you please keep your menopausal hallucinations to yourself? The girl is obviously in some distress.
I'll go try again.
Yes, Stu, you are the company manager.
I'm also your second lead this week.
I beg your pardon?
Webster quit. He packed his bags and left this morning.
What? He can't do that! I'll sue the untalented little weasel!
Why on earth would he just leave?
Because he wasn't paid for 2 weeks?
Well, none of us have been paid for 2 weeks. What kind of feeble excuse is that?
Nobody told me about this.
Well, Paul just told you, didn't he? A big blabbermouth.
Sorry, by the way, if you talk to your agent, he called twice.
I have an agent? Surely you jest. Didn't you read about it in Scientific American? The day my checks went down to 4 digits, he vanished from the face of the earth.
George, talk to me. Are we in trouble?
Oh, we'll make it. We'll survive. We always do. It's television that's killing us. Entertainment by the yard. It's putting us out of business.
George.
I mean, don't these people care anymore? Don't they know the difference? I'm not here. You haven't seen me.
George!
If it's a native Buffalonian, offer it some water, some long grass, maybe it'll go away.
I'm coming. Yes.
Well, hi.
What do you want?
I just wanted to tell you, before you say anything else, that I think you're the most wonderful actress who ever lived.
Please come in. I'm Charlotte Hay.
Oh, hi. Knock, knock.
Richard.
Hello, Charlotte.
What a wonderful surprise.
How do you do? Richard Maynard. You
I
are?
wouldn't ask him that. Apparently it's a trick question.
Oh, are you famous too? No, but apparently I remind some people of Loretta Young.
Mr. Maynard is our lawyer and represents every major star in Hollywood.
Wow!
Who's your favorite? Besides Charlotte, of course.
Oh, Esther Williams.
Do you know her? I taught her to swim.
Wow!
I'm awfully sorry, but do you think you could possibly come back at another time?
Oh, yeah, sure.
It was stunning meeting you, whoever you are.
Oh, wait, I remember. It's Hap.
Richard, what are you doing here?
Well, I was sitting in my office this morning, making a great deal of money, when I suddenly realized that I was terribly bored. So I thought, what can I do to cheer myself up? Well, I considered raising my billing rate. That usually works. But then I thought, no. I'd much rather take Charlotte to lunch.
So you flew here all the way from New York City?
Well, I was in a plane, of course.
Oh, Richard, you're such a darling. I accept. In fact, I could use some cheering up myself.
What has the brute done this time?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm just tired.
Well, of course you're tired. It's inhuman the way he drags you around from one city to another.
And on top of everything else,
I just found out we're not meeting our payroll.
Oh, I know that.
You do?
It's quite serious. I've told George for months to start cutting down expenses.
Is there anything I could do?
Well, you could do a movie, or, better yet, some television.
We could try different play. Pygmalion always makes money.
Charlotte, hello in there. It's 1953. The road is dead. The only stars left touring anymore, besides you two, are Cornell and the Lunts, and they have a combined age of 1,462.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, for starters, you could marry me. I've got tons of money and no one to spend it on. Except a cat with a thyroid problem. He's getting quite large. I had some friends in last night. They thought I bought a new sofa.
Would you be serious?
I'm being serious. I'll have to move out soon.
Richard!
Charlotte, listen to me. I'm not very good at this. I cannot lie the way most men do and tell you that your cheeks remind me of damask. I don't even know what the hell damask is, but you really do deserve better than this. Let me pamper you a little. We can take a cruise together anywhere you want in the entire world. Rochester, Schenectady.
Oh, Richard, you make me very happy.
Good. You deserve it. And frankly, so do I. I'm tired of living alone.
What about George?
No, I don't want to live with him.
Richard!
Oh, you make me so happy. You're all I think about anymore.
Richard.
Charlotte. George! George! Oh, hi. Hi. Richard Maynard, lawyer for the Stars.
Paul Singer, Shelter for 2 stars. Where's George?
In his dressing room, I think.
He's not there.
Why? Is something the matter?
No!
No.
Paul?
There's nothing the matter. I have a question for George.
Well, when you see him, tell him I'll be out for the morning. Richard is taking me to lunch.
Great, have a nice time.
We intend to, thank you.
Ethel, have you seen George? Ethel!
What?
Have you seen George?
He's right behind me.
Stop! Give me those zero pants!
No, we have to let them out.
George,
They're far too snug. You look ridiculous.
they're my pants!
The backside looks like a watermelon.
Nobody asked you! George!
They need fixing.
Your ears need fixing!
Now look what you've done. No wonder this company is going down the toilet.
George, I have some bad news. What? Bad news in this company? The House of Usher Repertory Theater? I think you better sit down. Sit down? Because I'll tremble. My knees will wobble uncontrollably. That is a stage convention, you idiot, out of the cheapest melodrama. George, Eileen is pregnant. Oh my God. She said if you slept together in Detroit and now she's pregnant? That's a lie! You didn't sleep with her! It was Cincinnati. I think that's irrelevant. Holy Mother of God. Charlotte will kill me! I know. She'll make my life a living hell. More than usual. Well, what can I do? Run? Think of something, you idiot! That's what you're paid for! Sorry, let me think. Alright, now listen. Eileen could have the baby in the country with a relative, like an aunt or something. We won't tell Charlotte. Ever. And then you can take trips every few months and visit them in the country, have picnics. And then, when the baby's like 10 years old, you can cast her as the page in Much Ado About Nothing. You can put on shows together. I need help. Not Mickey Rooney. Sorry, look, maybe you should just talk to Eileen. Eileen, my God! The poor kid. Gotta go talk to her. You'll have to hurry. She's at the doctor's appointment at noon. Already? They have to do a test or something. What test? I don't know. A pregnancy test? I have no idea. So she might not be pregnant? She says she's positive. But she only thinks she's pregnant. She's positive, she thinks. Christ almighty, is she pregnant or isn't she? I don't know, George. I didn't examine her.
It's chilly out there. I'm grabbing a wrap and then I'll be back around 1.
Good, great.
By the way, Richard's here. He's taking me to lunch.
Bon appetit.